Welcome back to Transform Your Mind, Transform Your Life, the podcast. You're listening to 5-Minute Fridays with Coach Myrna. Today, I want to talk on the topic of 212 degrees, the extra 1 degree of effort. So I want to ask you a question. Are you living your life on cruise control? Are you lukewarm, just going through life without making any extra effort? And if you are living your life in cruise control, then I can guarantee you that everything is mediocre. You are definitely not getting on to the gold medal on the podium of life, right? You're missing out on some stuff. So why is 212 degrees so important? And why is it that I want to talk to you about 212 degrees? Because at 211 degrees, water is hot. Just 1 extra degree to 212 degrees, everything changes. Water boils and steam comes out. So let me take you through the progression of this. So below 32 degrees, water is solid. It is ice, right? Above 32 degrees, water is liquid. It's water. It's the one that you drink, room temperature. At 211 degrees, water is hot. It can burn you, right? It can scald you. But at just 1 degree more, 212 degrees, water boils and everything changes. It turns to steam, right? It changes consistency. It turns to steam, and the steam can power an automobile. A train, right? 1 extra degree can change the state of water. 1 extra degree of effort can be the thing that takes you to the next level. 1 extra degree of effort in sports and life separates the good from the great. 1 extra degree of effort, like I said, changes your life. Let me give you a few examples of this 1 extra degree, 1 extra push, how it means that you win the game of life. You get to the gold medal podium. And we're going to use sports because it's much more obvious in sports, but we can take it to anything in life. We can take it into your relationships. We can take it into your job, getting that contract, getting that big sale. Are you going to be lukewarm, or are you going to make that effort? Are you going to stay up all night, right? When you want to pass the test to go to university or something, are you going to make that 1 degree of effort? Or are you going to show up and be lukewarm and get a C, right? C can't get you anywhere. So, but I want to take this home to you by using sports. So we're going to use the Olympics, right? The men's giant slalom was won by 17 seconds. That was the margin of victory. That extra effort allowed the winner to win by 17 seconds. That's probably just the tip of his skis. The men 800 meters running now, racing, right, was won by even less than that. 0.5 seconds margin of victory. That means it's just the head. It's probably just the top of the hair on the head. That was the margin of victory. Now, you've seen these races. You see what happens when they make that extra push. They're dying. They're tired. But they make that extra push because it separates the winners from the losers. It separates the gold medal from the silver medal, and sometimes even the bronze medals. A lot of times it's just by the hair on your chinny chin chin that makes you win, right? So we again use an analogy because we're not going to be in the Olympics, right? But the reason I want to bring it up to you is because the 1 degree of effort is what makes the difference in your life. You got to move from hot to steaming. These Olympic champions achieve results beyond their wildest expectations because they were willing to make that push. They were willing to get to steam, not just be hot. And you can get to 212 degrees daily. The extra degree of effort is something that we can apply to our lives every single day. And this is where your life, you are responsible for the results. And those results can take you beyond your wildest dreams. So if you want to win this game of life, then it's time for you to turn up the heat, because nobody likes a lukewarm person. Nobody likes a lukewarm marriage or a lukewarm friend. You can't get excited about nothing. You're always status quo, no excitement. You're lukewarm. You're lukewarm in your affections, right? So nobody wants that. Everybody likes the person that is the life of the party. Everyone likes the person with their personality, right? So if you're not feeling the heat, that means you're not pushing hard enough. Let me take it down to the gym. Have you ever tried to build muscle? I have. I don't have a lot of muscle, but when I go to the gym, I'm obviously not becoming steam because my muscles are not big, maybe because I'm a woman. But if you're a guy that listens to this, how do you build muscle? You build muscle by feeling the burn. You build muscle by tearing down your muscles. And when you tear them down, that's how you build them up. And how do you tear them down? You don't tear them down by just stopping when they hurt. You tear them down by going 1 more, 5 more. When it hurts, when it burns, you have to do the 1 more repetition. You got to feel the pain. You've got to give it 1 extra degree of effort. You've got to get to the 212 degrees. I remember reading Arnold Schwarzenegger biography, and he talked about when he was building muscle to get to Mr. Universe and Mr. Olympia. He used to work his arms until they hung limp by his side, shaking. They weren't good for anything. He couldn't use them for anything. Do you think that he was lukewarm in his training? No. The 6-time Mr. Olympia probably had steam coming out of his ears and his nostrils. He had to give that 1 degree of effort. He could not be lukewarm. He had to be steam in order to build his body as a mean machine, right? He had to get to 212 degrees. So here are the ABCs of changing your life so that you put in that 1 extra degree of effort. Just 1 degree. It's not a lot. We're not telling you to go from 32 to 212. We're just telling you to go from 211, hopefully you're there, to 212. So the A is attitude. Everything starts with your attitude. When you turn up the heat, water starts the process of turning into steam. A small change in your attitude can have a positive effect on your behavior. And when you have a positive behavior, you have a growth mindset, you have a greedy attitude, your behavior improves. When you believe you can do something, you attack it with more force. Approach everything in life with the right attitude. You have to believe you can win. Guess what? Water knows it can turn to steam. It doesn't go around thinking that it can, right? It knows that with the right heat and the right energy, it can change into steam, right? And when it becomes steam, then it's powerful, right? It can power a locomotive, right? The B is behavior. Growth and improvements happen in small, consistent acts over time. Show me your habits and show me how you're acting and behaving, and I will show you how you perform. Water changes when its temperature changes. We perform better when we make positive changes in our behavior and have better habits. Last one, the C, consistency. You can't do something just once and expect to see change. When water gets to 212 degrees, it starts to steam. But if you remove it from the heat, then it drops back 211 degrees. And if we, just take it off the heat and just leave it there, sooner or later, it will go back to 32 degrees when it's just water. It is just room temperature. Can't do anything with room temperature water other than just drink it or maybe have a shower in it, right? If you can't stay consistent, you will fall back to being lukewarm. Constantly apply the heat. Well, listen, I hope you were inspired today to think about where you are in your journey to your dreams. Are you attacking them? Are you getting hot? Are you being steam? Are you putting in that 1 degree of effort to get to where you want to be? And if you're not, if you're lukewarm and you're sitting in the mediocre aisle, then if you want to get to the podium, if you want to get that gold medal, if you want to win, whatever you want, whether it's that relationship, you want to get married, you want to win the contract, right? You want to, get an A so that you can go into college, right? Or be in the top in your class. Everything takes effort. And what I'm saying is sometimes it's just a little bit more effort to push you over the edge, to turn you into steam, to turn you to becoming all powerful and doing anything you want in life. Hope you're inspired today to recognize that 212 degrees is where you want to be. You don't want to be at 211 degrees. You don't want to be at 32 degrees. You want to be able to power your dreams, power your goals. So thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of 5-Minute Fridays with Coach Myrna. Hope to see you back here next week, same time, for another episode. Until then, namaste.